Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to PCM24 Yeti. It's episode number 10. I am back from my vacation, aka holiday, ready to get back to work, back into the swing of things. It's going to take me a week to rebuild kind of the momentum and be able to get ahead of recordings enough to get into the full swing of things. But here's where things stand. We finished phase one last time out. We got that last Pop 1 nation. Liechtenstein and Monaco are both in the pool. That snowball is tiny, but it's rolling. To get Pop 2 and above, it requires at least a .1 race victory. So all of the smaller races, all the .2s, anything else, any U23 races, all of that is now out. I am done racing in those, and looking at our current race objectives, the ones that remain, which we still have 4 of 5, or really just 2 of 3 because of the sign by date, are pro races and Uganda National Championship. So with that element already covered, yes, full attention on bigger races from here on out. And first up is the cycling tour of Turkey. This was a late addition to the calendar. It's a 2 pro race, which is going to make it rather hard. It's Pop 3 nations for that one. We aren't probably good enough to handle that one this season, but we'll give it a shot. Specifically on this 8-stage race, I'm looking in particular at stages 2, 4, and 6, and the others being much too much. 5 as a mountain stage, I don't have the climbers to handle that. The sprint stages, well, for one, I didn't bring the sprint team to this. Corey Williams is the only sprinter that is scheduled for this race. So I'm going to go for the punchy ones. The punchy ones tend to be the easiest to potentially get a win on anyway. 2, even though it's a sprint stage, does have a little bit of an uphill finish to it that we might be able to catch others out on. So we'll begin with that finish. I'm going to set the bar pretty low on expectations regarding these pro races for now. These are Continental Pro races. It's not our level just yet, but it's still a chance. It's still an opportunity, so we're going to, go for it.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
But things were so bad on this stage 2. Our team is so weak, or at least some of these guys are so weak, that in the build-up, the beginning of the stage, so yeah, there's a little climb at the beginning of the stage. There's an attempted breakaway at the beginning of the stage. It ended up being 2 riders that got away, and they were already up the road at this point, but there was other teams that were interested in joining them, so tempo was rather high. I had to push up to an 85 effort with the entirety of the team to get to the front of the peloton, and oh wait, no. No, we went the opposite direction. 4 of my riders with an 85 effort were dropped by the peloton in the opening kilometers. Now, once they decided that those 2 riders were fine and allowed them to get away and the peloton sat up, I was able to get those 4 riders instead of trying to individually chase one by one to get on. I had the front 3 drop back to the one who was furthest back, had the 4 ride together at a moderate pace, and they easily got back into the group. But we are so weak, or at least some of my riders. This is not our A team. This is not my best 7 riders. Some of them, a few of them, are amongst my 7 best, but this is an average team. This isn't the 2 weakest either. The 2 holdovers from last season that are, about a 50-52 in all of their ratings. There are riders, Mahmoud going first here, that's 55s, mostly. Chembry, 54, 58, 61, not good ratings, okay? But this is not the weakest team that I could potentially put out there. 8.6 kilometers. I'm going to get Chembry going here in just a moment. We've got to get in some clean air here anyway. And I might have waited a kilometer too long. I probably should have just gone, especially with how much ground we just lost. We were up there, it was looking good, but Chembry's pulling back forward. Okay, we might still be okay. Gel up for the last of these guys. I've got Williams last as a just in case.
line.
And we are not out front. We are not out front. When the other teams have decided to put their foot down, they have got us behind 4K down. Now, other teams are thinking about sprinters here, and I'm thinking of this as a punchy stage. This is probably the best chance that we are going to get. Mokake sprinting. Funsavith not able to get through this mess. 2K. Now he's starting to ease his way in. Regatta leading it out. I'm not even looking at the kilometers. I'm just looking at red bar, just trying to go with what I have. Final kilometer, and we've positioned well. We are contesting, but the red bar is gone. There's a few guys that saved it. Van Tricht looks like he saved it best. He's going to sneak through and take the win, I think. He does. He does get through. This is a kind of a good result for us. But, you know, a win is all that ultimately matters. Development-wise, I don't know. I don't know to celebrate a 13th and go, yahoo, we got 13th and 14th. And 18th. You know, it's a good result for this level. We want to win, though. 2 more chances at it. No surprise with a 50, 52, 53, that 38, now 39-year-old Mark Zammit, one of the guys from last season, is set to retire at the end of the year. 13K left, and we're getting an attack from some riders late, and the breakaway. Final 5 riders are still just up the road ahead of us. There were 6 in the break. They had a 7-minute advantage, a very healthy one today. That they were allowed to maintain for quite some time, and they're just now coming down. They lost 1 rider a few minutes ago, and we're down to the last 20 seconds on them as Mokake is running out of energy, and he is done. I had him riding at a 97. We've managed to get out front right now. This is looking like our best chance. Here's why. For one, neutral race day condition. Yesterday was or 2 stages ago, it's stage 4 now, was a -6. Our neutral race day condition today involves a -2 for Funsavith, and Mukaki's at a 0, and a couple unimportant guys in Shembri and Mahmoud. Sure, they got pluses, but of the ones that matter, Williams is still that best chance at a sprint, and this is not that punchy, so he might hang on and be a factor. But Regatta, who's our best puncher, has a +3. So Regatta, well, no, okay, he's 3rd best, but he's got +5s on the ratings today, looking really freaking good. And +4s for Williams, plus the sprint capability going higher. One problem I noticed, though, in our chances is that the field's best sprinters are like 4 guys with 75s. The best punchers are about 8 guys with 77s. They're a little bit better as punchers, the field, than they are as sprinters. Having a go at the sprint is a little tougher as a result. But anyway, let's get on with Funsavith and these final 9 kilometers. Full 99s from here. Given that effort, given that go. 7K, Funsavith nearly done, and he is done. On to Chambry, 6.5K, but we've got ourselves out front. We're putting that pressure on. I'm liking how that part's looking. There's those final gels. Chembry's still leading it out, 5K. And we will go right on to Mahmoud here in just a moment. We don't want Chembry holding us back for long. Inside 4K. And 4 riders to go. Well positioned. A little bit of a hill. This is a chance. This is a chance. We're already at 2.7K. Abdullah is going to sprint. 2.2K. He's going to sprint a little bit harder. 1.8K. He is leading things out. And we've split the field. We have split the field. But Vinokurov is with us. And he is definitely a puncher. But Mahmoud, it's not even is it Mahmoud? No, it was Chembry who was following. I thought he might have split the field, Vanderbecken. We got 1 man to beat, folks. We've got 1 man to beat. 1.2K, and I still have my 2 guys to go. I want to see 50 meters. 50 meters of Vinokurov. What's he doing? I can't see him over there. He is not going full gas. Regatta, 0.8 sprint. Let's go, folks. Let's go, Corey Williams. Let's go, Corey Williams. Come on, man. You gotta be... No! No! Damn it! Damn it! Oh, we were so freaking close.
He really had to fight for that one. A great
Filippo Magli. Adria. He's a strong rider. Cepeda. Regatta gets 6th. Corey Williams gets 9th. Damn it. I told you this is our best chance, though. I told you also that Pop 3 feels a little too much for us, right? We had a 12-second advantage. We had the field split. We beat the one guy who was able to go with us. He couldn't handle it. I had 3 riders and a 12-second advantage. This is what our team's capable of right now. I mean, that was perfectly played. And we still got swarmed in the end. Let's keep trying, though. Heck of a result. Are there splits in the field? What's that GC looking like? Decent finish is still decent finish. It's just points. But is there time gaps? There's not even time gaps. Not until after 52 riders. I think there was time gaps on the first one as well. But here's your guys that have gained time somewhere. Either through being in a break and then not losing time. Or, you know, top 3 finish in those first 4 stages. There's 3 riders for our team. Williams, Abdullah, and Regatta. That are in a top 30. Top 30. Until you get those time gaps, but mountain stage to come on the next stage. I don't think we are going to be much of a contender for that one. How are we looking climb-wise? Regatta, a 67. Abdullah, a 66. I just don't see us beating others in the field. I might play out stage 5 just to see what we can do GC-wise. A good finish is good points, is good for the team. 15K to go. And this stage, I was planning on skipping, but looking at the favorites, 4 riders at about a 74 mountain, and it drops off pretty quick. In fact, I almost made the top 10 favorites list as we got down to guys that were at a 70, and I've got high 60s. We definitely weren't there. We're definitely not on the list, and this is definitely not my strongest climbing team. But it's not an impossible situation, especially if we handle this thing right. So, domestiques, to protect these guys, maybe, just maybe, we're going to gel up early. 10K to go. We're already climbing here. Breakaway, 6 riders down to 40 seconds, so they're not going to be a factor. And the peloton's already splitting down to 120 riders. Nobody's dropping back too fast. Corey Williams is going to have a bit of a hard time trying to keep up here. I'm going to go ahead and probably, let's see, Mahmoud is protecting Abdullah. Let's go ahead and get behind Abdullah with Williams. Let's also gel up for Williams. See if he can get up there and offer us some support as Mahmoud fades and as this group thins out. But if the other teams lose support, if that drop-off is serious enough that the other teams, the other better climbers, are on their own early, we might have a chance with the benefit of, you know, numbers. Omerzel, probably not a threat. He's better than anything I've got, though, but he's going early. He's being chased. We're down to 7K. Mahmoud is nearly done. Williams, we got up to Abdullah, did we? Yes. Go ahead and protect him. Abdullah, Regatta, Funsavith. Funsavith is the one who's not in a good position, but he is the best climber. It's about the stage, not the GC. Yeah, we'll probably end up riding for him. I mean, you can see he's definitely doing better. They have almost identical stamina. Down to 113, by the way. Kaki still is here. Abdullah, weakest climber, but best stamina. He is one of the well-positioned guys. Food 7th is looking the strongest right now. Could be because Mukaki is the one that's still there. Shembri is nearly still here. We'll give it a little longer till the domestiques are suddenly leaving us, and then we'll decide who to protect. But at this point, I'm thinking Food 7th is the guy you want to ride for. Oh, here we go. Here comes the big acceleration of the favorites. 5K out. This is where I would normally do something, but we're so weak that just nope. This is it. These guys are gone. If we have any chance, we have to respond. Shembri is done. Regatta, he's out front. 4K. Steady climb. Go for it. This is not a limit the damage kind of stage. It's a do what you can do. Go for it. That's 11 riders up the road. Okay, front group breaks apart. 4 riders ride away. The others are going to come back, but Regatta and Abdullah are done, and Food 7th just does not have... He doesn't have enough in the tank. He is not going to be able to go on his own and succeed. 43 in the group, 4 got away, and they're going to contest the victory. It's not going to be us. Down to the last 3. Aliotti. Oh, I thought 74 was the best. He's got it. He's the favorite. He's got a 76. Cepeda was the second favorite. There's the 74. Aliotti's taken the win. Cepeda's taken second. Hamilton got dropped. There was the other 74. There was a 4th. It was Youngles. He's got a 75. So it was the favorites who went off and did their thing, and we just weren't strong enough to contest. Stage 6. We're going to take things quickly for a while, and I might jump ahead, but we've got a circuit, a looping climb here. Up, down, up, down, up, down for the entirety of the stage. We still have 115 kilometers to go. The breakaway has finally established with 6 riders 4 minutes ahead. My thoughts before the end of this stage is Plan A is going nowhere, and we're going to need to go on to Plan B. That stage 4, that was literally the perfect lead out, the perfect setup, the perfect scenario. And we still lost. We still didn't even crack that top 10. Now, I didn't have +5s. The race day condition today is atrocious. Regatta has a +4, so it's at least a somewhat better scenario for what we're facing. It's a better chance, even though the support looks terrible. But we're down to 83 in the peloton, by the way. Still chasing here, and we've got to set ourselves up for the climb to come. I think I need to get on down here and make sure we're okay as we go over this climb, setting up the final climb. Plan A, winning from the bunch, feels like a bridge too far. Oh, Shembri also went out the back, so we just lost all 3 of our domestiques with Mahmoud. Biggest problem here is these guys are on a bunch of negatives. Mahmoud still around because he's got a +3, our weakest rider. Nice race day condition. Didn't have to work as a domestique initially. We're down to 4 guys for that final climb. Plan B. Get multiple riders into breakaways. Hope that a breakaway hangs on. Don't work. Save energy. Attack the break and win that way. I think that's our best shot for these pro races, as they seem, unless we get a +5 with the best rider on a team and, +3s or 4s on support riders, I just don't see it happening. But today's a good test of whether Plan A has any hope, because Regatta, our best rider, second best rider, does have a +4. 77 left chasing, The 4 riders at the front, only a 1 minute advantage. Falls flat here for a little bit before we get one last descent before that final climb. 1 rider is attacked. He's been reeled in immediately. And there's a pretty heavy tempo. One that's making us look awfully weak heading into this last climb. Alright, Mahmoud. Gel early.
It always happens at the wrong moment.
Sabbath definitely looking good here. Abdullah
Back on level terms with the breakaway group.
get his gel going. Mahmoud is done. Is Regatta still? Yeah, Regatta's got to be the guy you ride for. So if Mahmoud is done, we need to switch to serving Regatta and Sabbath, even though he's got a little more energy and he's a slightly better, like, overall, Regatta is so much stronger. 80 riders. Halfway up the climb. Now 73 riders as riders are getting split off. Regatta's riding pretty hard to try to keep up with the effort. And there goes Abdullah. So Food Sabbath. Time to protect. Time to gel. If you can get separation. But I don't think Regatta has enough to attack. He's going to have to go for the sprint finish, as he just does not have enough in the tank to gain any separation here as we turn to go down the descent. Gel, 10K, a lot of it downhill. 3 riders are reeled in. There you go. It's final 47 in contention. Food Sabbath is still here, but Regatta's got nothing in the tank for that last little bit. We need the descent here at a moment to give us some sort of recovery. I don't think it's going to happen. No, it's not steep enough, the descent. Nothing left for this final climb. Food Sabbath almost has more than Regatta. Okay, 2.7K. They do have a tiny bit, and Food Sabbath is definitely not the guy you want doing anything, so he's going to go. Regatta's going to follow. Be nice if we had Corey Williams right now, but we don't. Final kilometer. Food Sabbath. And Regatta. Nope. Another, like, hey, here you are. And, oh gosh, there they go. Tiza takes the win. And we once again just missed the top 10. Regatta 15th. So the plan for pro races going forward is to try to get that elusive breakaway victory. They are such a rarity, 5-10% of the time. But that seems to be our best opportunity. We're going to have to be coy in the breakaways when we get there. And I definitely want to try to get a couple riders into the break as a nobody continental team. Might be possible, but the way the game is designed, the way the AI is designed, the you versus them breakaways are incredibly difficult just to get in, let alone to be competitive in. So I'm not liking our chances of doing it that way. But at this point, option A, win from the bunch, seems impossible. They said stage 4. That was the perfect setup, perfect lead out. And we still came up well short. We got some good results in 3 out of these 4 stages that we competed in, but that's going to do it for this episode, though. The point ones are still our best hope of making progression with this team. We also have Monaco and Liechtenstein. We'll be looking at those pools before long. The dossiers are starting soon. There's still optimism. There's still a chance to develop the riders we have. There are some better potential riders than the current ability guys, so there is hope going forward, but it's not going to be easy. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.